Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for ramble ways of grain, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood. From sea to shining sea.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Job Shop USA. My name is Keith and we're sitting here in my shop today. I've got a couple new things here that I want to share with you. And the reason why I'm sharing them with you because it all has to do with my career and the closing. The closing this year actually will mark 30 years that I've had the closing, and that actually surpasses my marriage to my second wife, and she's still doing me good here. My birthday's next month, so this is kind of a little early birthday gift for myself, okay? The shop should buy you a birthday gift once a year. And also, this actually marks 50 years that I've been in my career where machinist was part of my title. All right, I started the shipyards as a machinist helper, but it still had machinist in there. So I'm gonna, this is 50 years ago. I actually stepped foot in the shipyards for the very first time and started my career, not knowing that right here, right now, would be where I'd be at back in 1975, right? Okay, so this just came in about an hour ago. This came in a couple days ago. I've been waiting for them a long time. This actually was shipped from Ohio, Toledo, Ohio, and somehow it's sitting in New Jersey for 2 extra days. Go figure on that. All right, let's take a look at what I bought myself for my birthday. And bought this old girl for her birthday. Look at that, even Quality has a nice cover to a box, right? Oh, I see. Okay, there we go. That looks like an L2 12-inch adapter, right? Now you knew why I couldn't just put this up on something. All right, let's grab a screw gun. I ordered both of these parts individually, and I hope one of them has the bolts to put it together. I see some bolts in there, and I see 2 Allen wrenches. I see a chuck wrench. I see a lifting eye. I see a owner's manual. And I see a brand new spanking Bison 3-jaw chuck. How cool is that? That's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna put something down and flip her right down because we're gonna bolt the backing plate right on it. Okay. I didn't measure the register, but it makes sense that you mount this on the lathe, you skim the register to fit, check the face for a run out, and then you bolt your chuck to it. Now you only wish it was that simple, right? Okay. Okay, we're looking at 10-233 and 10-330. So almost 50 thousandths per side, 100 thousandths over. Okay, a couple weeks ago I showed you the 12-inch Bison chuck that I bought new for Pearl, and it has the D pins on the back. Okay, and it's actually solid and incorporated into the chuck. So those areas are already set up, and they pre-mount the chuck on its mounting side, and then they check and check how the run out and grind and true the jaws in there. Where this is a plain back chuck, and you have an adapter plate, and the chances of those, even though that might be perfectly machined by this person with this tolerance, and this be manufactured and put together with this tolerance, this register and this face right here have been set up, and these jaws are true to that location. Okay, so this is running perfectly true. But you got to put this on your spindle, mount your backing plate on the spindle, and then you create the 2 perfectly true surfaces, that face and the register, that face and the register. Okay, so this is standard, even though I just kind of like put it up there and showed you. I already knew that that was going to be the case, and I didn't even have to measure them because I bought similar sets before. A couple weeks ago, you saw me grind the jaws with the spider holding it in location. And it did a nice job, and it cleaned and it ground these jaws perfectly true for that one diameter that's holding there. But as stated by the viewers in the comments, it was true that this 66-year-old chuck has different wear patterns in the scroll for over the years clamping on certain areas for certain jobs over and over and over. So it wears a little different in close than it does on the out. And when you grind, you set up and you grind them basically to hold your round that's going to basically clear the spindle hole here, or pretty close to it. At least that way you know you got a good grab, and you can always, without the sides of your jaws grabbing in on your materials. And that's what I found, okay? You can't go out larger than that because you can't go past this because of the face of the chuck. And if you go down too small, then you actually create such a small arc on the front of your jaws that you'll dig into even smaller materials than that 3" right there. This is 3. I could pass 3 1/8 through the hole of the headstock. So that was kind of the judgment size right there. So all good intentions didn't make this chuck any better than it was before I started my grinding, except for cleaning it up. Okay, so this is retired, and let's head on over to the lathe. I'm going to pull out the 4 jaw, and we're going to put in that backing plate, and we're going to start prepping the machine work to perform that to create the fit for this chuck. I'm in position right now, and I broke loose the nut on the back here, and I'm bringing off the big 4 jaw. Okay, I've retired the other 4 jaw that I had a long time ago because it had really bell mouth jaws, and I really have been enjoying this new 4 jaw chuck. And just before I put it on down, I actually like to spin it and wipe it on down. All right, now I had this 4 jaw, and I had to buy a plain back L2 adapter, and this actually uses these 4 bolts here to bolt it to the adapter. And this is the adapter here. And of course, I machined the big flange off of it down to this size right here because all I needed was this diameter right here. There was a mass of material that came off of this when I did this. And the key is up. All right, now we're bringing it down to the resting point on the ground. All right, now I want to prep the cone, taper, and nut by clearing out every bit of chip. And I can put it in neutral, and I can roll this around, and I can always inspect this that I don't have any chips on or stuck to the spindle on the nose here. And just like every time I fit something on here, I make sure that I'm 100% without any high spots, bumps. And if you happen to find something that once in a while you might have a piece that comes in there or whatever, you have to stone it out. This is a small area. It doesn't take no time to make it 100% chip free. I always kind of look at this and I go, this has got to be the longest living nut besides me. You know, I'm showing you actually cleaning this, and you don't see it in my regular videos and things like that, or I might be putting the chuck up or whatever. Doesn't mean that I don't give it the same attention every time, and that's why I have no issue with chips getting in this area, is because I do take this amount of care. All right, my backing plate now is wiped off, cleaned off, and heavy. But hey, all right. See now, with that key in there, the nut is lined up to where it just screws on very, very nice. And it draws that right in. Now, I didn't put any lubrication or anything else in there. I do not want it to hydraulic on there. I know that it has a light film on it because I've been smearing oil in my rag and everything else. So it's not bone dry. It's just dry. All right, lock it in place and tighten the nut. All right, we want to see how this is running out. I don't know if I can get this indicator right in on that register. I might, yeah, okay. It's going to be towards the edge, but it'll be right there. All right, let's see if I can get you in on that. Okay, you're 8 feet away. I would have to have a 10th indicator to actually see if that is actually running out. All right, I'm happy. This also kind of confirms that I put that thing on the spindle clean, right? All right, now let's go for a face measurement. Okay, you're gonna take my word for it, but okay, I'm gonna say 1.5 to 2 thousandths on the face. Now, on that forejaw, this was pretty close to like the size of the flange there, so I had to machine almost that much off of the outside diameter for that chuck. But we're using the whole face here, so it's a skim on the face and it's to turn that diameter to meet the register of the new chuck. All right, we got the new chuck on the hoist. Now, you see this rig. I had this piece made up over at my place on Main Street there as well. And I use this on the old 3-jaw, and I see no reason not to use it on this one. The jaws are split equal on this pattern, and this key is centerline to that pattern as well. Just want to make sure that I was telling the truth there. Okay, so I set this up on chuck number 1. Now there's a stamp down in the side here, but I also will stamp the outside of my chuck out here, like a picture out here, and on the side of the jaws themselves, they are stamped as well, and I like that feature. It's the same thing as there. And the second half, or the back side of your jaw, the scroll side of your jaw, it should be numbered as well. All right, I just got this up in the air so that I have it because when we get real close to this, I'm going to be shaving ever so slightly because I want it to be that fit. All right, I think I'm going to take the face, make the face true down to the register, and then I'm going to concentrate on the register. I'm using a D&MP, which is a real sharp pointed tool. You all know what that looks like. All right, because I want to come in there and then there, you want to make sure that you're not binding there. There is a chamfer here, so I don't have that much to worry about. I don't have to dig in and make a groove spot like on the spline shafts that we were working. All right. All right, let's get our carriage over here, and I'm gonna take a look at what I got here. Okay, my guard kind of messes with the tracer attachment over here, so I'm gonna adjust a little bit here to come in. I just got the brush on there to keep it minimized. You know, it is ductile material, and it's just falling pretty much straight down. We are looking at, we're cleaning it up all the way. It's about a 2/3 thousandths cut from touching off. I'd say it's closer to 3 because when you touch off, you're already taking a half or something like that. You're taking something. Okay, I'm setting my travel dial for 0 there. Okay, we just touched the outside. Okay, this is real shallow cut. This is actually, oh, probably like 160 or so, something like that. Let's just take a depth reading here and okay. Okay, I'm taking 25 for the first pass. That's 2R0. Okay, here's a close-up of that cut. It's cutting nice and clean. Let's see what that diameter is there. But I thought I just wanted to give you a different angle there, shot of what we got there. Okay, so now we're down at 275, 10, 275, and we're trying to go to 235. All right, I'm gonna take another 10. There we go. $257. $247. Okay, I'm gonna take a piece of emery here. I'm just gonna hit this leading edge here because I'm gonna measure it, but I'm probably gonna wanna try it fit because it's close enough now. Yeah, we could have a variable between the outside of this. I'm reading 237. And I'm reading 235. Okay. That almost wants to start. I'm gonna put in 2 Allens across from each other, and I want to see if it's actually somewhat of a press fit there. If it is, I'm gonna leave it at that diameter. That feels like it wants to go on there. I'm going to go ahead and take a 1/2 thousandths, and then I'm going to chamfer it, polish it, and call it size. Okay, get rid of our mag base here. And I'm going to swap out bits. Okay, nice little chamfer there. Now we're just gonna give it just a little polish. Reason why I did that, I want any lint. Now I'll do the same thing with the back of the chuck. All right, got two nice clean surfaces. Oh, I wanted to point this out. See the edge of the jaw, see this edge of this shank right here? When the backing plate and the other chuck this face is equal to this when this hangs perfectly straight. So I adjusted it out until I had this hanging perfectly straight. And once we put this together, it's going to be out here somewhere. It may not be exactly there because these jaws are just a little shorter than the original jaws. It's the only downside on this, but the accuracy and newness and repeatability of this chuck is going to be phenomenal. Excellent. All right, let me get the two bolts here. Anybody got a 14-inch ball end mill? Hey, I don't think I have them this big, but a ratchet with one would be fine. Yeah, she's drawing right on there. Nice. We're learning to see the new chuck wrench, and actually that's kind of curious. Let's see, does the old chuck wrench fit it? Almost. Okay. This is as clean as you're going to see this chuck. Okay, now I'm gonna get my mallet here, and we're just going to tighten up. Ready? Okay, slinging some oil around. A good thing. All right, let's go get a bar. We'll bring it over here and we'll chuck it up and we'll see how we're running. This is a piece of ground and polished marine shafting. And if you look at that spot, it's already been Fenner straightened. Oh, and if you look at that, the dial ain't going anywhere. Happy birthday to me. Okay, that's something. Actually, that's nothing. Okay, like we've never done anything, right? All right, now my birthday's really next month, but I'm sure next month this will still be my brand new 12-inch Bison 3-jaw for the Clausing lathe, all right? Boy, what a long time. It's stubborn, but well worth it. It was just a little over 2K. That's including the shipping and everything else for both components, just for those that and I was shopping prices as well, but you know what the market is now. This is Bidenomics, so all right, until the next video, thanks for visiting Job Shop USA. Get her done.